Last time on Metroid Dread, we did a lot of stuff. We fought Hydrogaiga, or Drogaiga, the tentacle boss. We fought, not Quiet Robe, but the one that you encounter right after, the soldier you encounter right after Quiet Robe. We learned a bunch of lore about Ravenbeak. We fought some more soldiers, and we got Spin Boost, which is our double jump. We got Grapple Beam. And Speed Booster we've had. So I think those are the main ability things. But we've seen so much of the map now. We've seen Gavarin. We've seen Ilun. And we did like this whole area last stream, which was a lot. So very excited for all the progress. We had a steep learning curve for the Chozo soldiers, but it got much better at the end of stream. We were starting to learn their tricks. Pepper, hi, welcome in. Probably be watching and listening in the middle of playing my own game. Nice. It's not Dread, okay. Speedruns are so good for this game. Join the Dread speedrunning Discord. Nice. We also got lost for an hour. That too. We did a lot of backtracking at the beginning of stream last time. So I think our main goal now is to come up here. No, because we don't... Oh, we have to... We found the ice Emmy. We're trying to get to the central unit so we can get another Omega Cannon and defeat the ice Emmy. The ice Emmy was kind of kicking our butt last time. The Chozo language was very cool, yeah. I keep closing out of this pause. But I think... Do we know where this teleport goes now? Yes. I don't want to just, like, jump right in. Because last time when I jumped right in and made a decision about the map, it ended up being wrong and we wasted a lot of time. So we'll take a minute to get reacquainted here, but I do think what we're going to end up doing is heading towards the central unit. That seems right. Is this an Emmy door over here? Oh, also, for those of you that weren't, tracking our Discord streams, I did finally finish 100%ing Fusion, which was really cool. We got that end screen after much delayed effort, and like we did it over several weeks, but we got it. Captain, how's it going? Welcome in. Oh. Still getting used to grapple. It's a struggle. Jen loves to start a stream with boss fights, yeah. Are you liking Dread so far? I've never played any Metroid, but I know everyone was hyped for this playthrough. It's a really cool game. I do like it a lot, Wooden. It's pretty to look at. The controls feel good. It's a little overwhelming when we've been doing like exclusively retro Metroids. Can I get that grapple block on the upper left? Should we go for that? Bren, hi. Metroid Dread Pirate Roberts. Yeah, something like that. Despite beating the game and watching several videos, sometimes I still wonder in what order the items normally are. I do like that aspect of it being kind of make it your own playthrough. You can do it in a bunch of different orders. No, I wasn't quick enough. Bren!
Yay.
Thank you for gifting a sub to Bryn. Bryn, I appreciate it. Thank you for the gifted sub. Welcome back to the human race, courtesy of Bren. Enjoy your Earth badge, your emotes, your ad previewing. Oh, hi Bryn. There's the human hello as well. Welcome. Visuals look polished. I like it. Yeah, it's very detailed, which is super cool. Oh, I don't think I can do that there because you have to like plant your feet to use the grapple. I've been trying to do early grapple and bombs for your item order. That's cool. Alright, let's go up and up. Oops. Charmander, how's it going? Welcome in. Have you done any previous side scrolls? You mean the other 2D Metroids? Yes. We played Super. Oh no. And then we played Prime, which not the same thing. And then we played Zero Mission and Fusion and Metroid 2. It's been quite the undertaking. Thank you for the follow. Thanks for supporting a fellow human. Welcome in. Oh, no, no. I just want to go a little over to the right. Did early bombs today. Got a 311. It's actually slower. Interesting. Oh, thanks for the games command as well, Austin. I don't know if we still have the Metroid command active too. It should tell you which ones I've played. But the backlog is a great place to check as well. Thank you for the follow. Thanks for supporting a fellow human. So can I get up here? Yeah. Okay, this is the ice Emmy zone. Your floor is on fire. Endude, welcome in. Fanta, welcome in. Handy. Yeah, it's a little bit of a lengthy command from Streamlabs, but it tells you all the ones we've done on stream. Already ready to back out of there. What's our plan for this one? This was the one that had the 2 door entrances that were really tricky, right? Yeah, this section right here was kind of annoying. But I think now... Oh, interesting. Do we have something new that can get us up here? Is this a double jump? I'm gonna try it. We're gonna try to go back that way. How'd you feel when you encountered the Caterus boss? Oh. I don't... Which one is the Caterus boss? Was that Kraid? Yeah? I said side scroll because I wasn't referring to first person. Gotcha. Yeah, we've only played the first Prime so far. Eee. Are you on the ceiling or the floor? You're on the floor? I'm just gonna hang out here for a second. Are you gonna come on the ceiling though? I'm gonna go past you. Oh, rip. We're so slow. I'm assuming that Emmy doesn't want to hang out in the water too much, but I don't know for sure. Oop, rip. That's a door, not a block. Okay. That wasn't too bad. This is the room we wanted to come back to, with the miniature X-parasites. Kraid was glorious. I wish it wasn't spoiled on him being in the game. Yeah. It was definitely a surprise. Okay, this is new, right? But I'm gonna have to be better at my double jumps. I was so taken by surprise when I saw him. Such a great design. Kraid's my favorite boss in Metroid series. What was my initial reaction? It was, wait, this looks a lot like Kraid. Wait, it is Kraid? And then, oh my god, what is wrong with his belly? That's kind of the sequence of emotions. Ooh. No? Why is Kraid chained up and also alive on this other planet? Pretty much. That was a little bit confusing. Oh, this is charge beam. Yikes. You went on the lower one. Can I outrun you? Oh god. I thought, okay, I thought wrong. Me? I almost felt sorry for Crate. Yeah, it just was a little unsettling. Like, why are you chained up and why are we fighting you if you're already chained up? Really want to get this game? Can't yet. Greg's, hi, welcome. The first real Kraid 3D fight, yeah, very cool. So long since we have Kraid in a Metroid game. Croc is best boy. Still feel sorry for Croc. I almost made today's stream title I Miss Croc instead of I Miss Zeebs. But we went with Zeebs instead. Feel sorry for Big Dino Boy. Just a reminder too about our spoiler channel in the Discord. If you're looking for a place to talk about stuff in the game that I haven't seen yet. Because I still do not want... Oh, this is the central unit right here. Any hints or tips or clues or game mechanic stuff. None of that. But you can talk about it in the Discord if you would like. I am forgetting everything I've learned so far. Hang on. Those turrets are so quick. I mean, I think I'm gonna dodge them and run away before they hit me, but a lot of times I don't. Supers help in these fights now, though. Oh yeah, we got supers last time. I don't think I talked about that. We finished Elun, and we released the X-Parasites, which was a lot. Discord has spoiler chat, yeah. More cinnamon Cheerios. Still behind in bills and money owed, but oh well. I hope you get there sooner rather than later. I wonder if there's any lore reason the central units are similar to Mother Brain. I don't know. Okay, so we know how much I love the dang Omega Blaster. I'm glad they give you this practice at every door. I need it. You're above me? Can I aim from up there? No. What about here? No. Here, let's go through here. Oh, that double jump method did not work. What about this? This is not working. Nope. Oh. Oh, I thought you were going up and then you went down. It's fine. So starts our day. You're behind us. See, they add all these obstacles. I kind of want to get up higher, right? Oh god. It takes so long to break that thing. Am I supposed to, it says to like hold the button down to heat it up. Can we do missiles from this mode? I don't think so. I think the only missile we have is the blaster. Pants, welcome in. How's it going? Fenry's welcome in. Nico, hi, welcome in. You can do it with the all caps. Such confidence. Happy Friday, friend. Creepy crawly robots, yeah. Mother Brain was constructed by the Chozo, so if these are also Chozo constructs, it makes sense they look similar. Also, hello. Trying to track it down. Apparently the whole Chozo creating Mother Brain thing was introduced by some manga. Oh. The manga's canon. I've heard that, yeah. I have not read any of it, but I know we've talked about it on the channel before. This was a tough one, but dang, you can do it. The Emmys are something. I think more than anything, this is just getting set up in a good spot. Manga would be consumed by so few that it just helps explain why, even though playing all the games would have a different impression on Mother Brain. Yeah. I remember countering one of the later Emmys and immediately killing it. It was one of the best parts of my playthrough. Heck yes. Emmy. Get dead. Oh, it starts from up there. Interesting. Can I follow that path that it comes from, or is that an area that's blocked to me? I think I don't have the abilities to get up there. Is it gonna come up or down? Hard to say. Oh, it was right at the door. Sick. I feel like we're gonna be here for a little bit. Maybe just a little bit. So far we found one spot that I like for this dang Emmy. Are you gonna go up or down? I was wondering if we could go up this, but no dice. What if we try to get it while it's coming through this thing? Nah. At least this one's not the super speedy one. That was the worst. Oh. That's handy. Didn't even see that. Good to know. Oh, but this is a crumble block, so we're screwed. You come in from the top or the bottom? No, top. They're so sneaky. I mean, they're supposed to be, but like, I never know which direction they're gonna go until it's way too late. What happens if we do this? Oh, we have the whole ceiling for it. Okay. This is our spot then. I just can't seem to lock on. Go, 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 go. So close and yet so far. We'll do it again. Imagine if they also had space jump like you. No, thank you. I wish I had a GF to begin with, let alone a mad scientist GF. Kind of fortunate the Emmy turned its freezing ability off after killing Central Unit. Yeah, that was promising. We'll do that again. I actually really enjoy, as repetitive as it gets, because I'm pretty bad at it, but I like the whole setup of the rooms and figuring out if I go this way, I have the advantage, like, because they go slower through this narrow spot. You know what I mean? It's cool figuring out the best place to dodge them in the rooms, except for the one that was really fast. The rest of them, I feel like I have time to think and strategize where to run and where to go underneath the obstacles and stuff. Do you go back along the top? Can I see you? I feel like you've got to go back along the top, right? No? Oh, okay. Yeah. Ooh. I thought I was gonna miss again. The feeling of laying a trap. Yeah, yeah, it's a puzzle. I like that. Easy. Hey, Elias, welcome in. Ice missiles. Ice beam. Yes. Da-na-na-na-na. First try. That was faster than the other one, I feel like. I'm glad we found that spot on the ceiling. Ooh, now we can make platforms out of our enemies. Missiles upgraded with the ability to freeze targets. Hold R and press Y to fire. Consumes missile ammo. Thanks for the hype. I appreciate it. Omega cannon depleted and offline, reverting to regular arm cannon. Okay. This presents many opportunities to us. Namely, these things. Can you tell this game is a fan of Fusion? Yeah. It's a proper Fusion sequel. Follow on, whatever you want to call it. This game is pretty metal. Definitely staying true to the Metroid Fusion story continuation with the ice missile. Yeah, definitely. I don't need a missile refill. Can I freeze you? Free E-Tank! Yes! I guess Samus still can't handle Ice Beam, but Ice Missiles are perfectly fine. They're nice. I'll take it. The game is like Metroid Fusion is Samus Returns engine. Oop, rip. Okay, do we... This looks like maybe it would be a network station, but we can keep going up this way for a little bit. Is this a door or a block? This is a door. And then is this... This is too slippery for Samus, apparently. Unknown resource. Picturing Samus in a frozen room saying, "This is fine." Free E! I'm glad they kept freeze on missiles. Ice Beam can feel awkward when you freeze something you would one-shot without it. I remember talking about that, yeah. I read it more as a mechanical evolution, that Ice Beams can be annoying, and moving it onto missiles helps avoid the problem of freezing all the enemies, yeah. Unknown get. Sorry, but at this rate I've seen the whole game before I get to play it. Oh, that's fine, Gregs. I totally understand. If you're not wanting to spoil it, time to duck out. We'll see you around. Catch you on the YouTube videos. Unknown item jingle, yeah. Duck Blue, welcome in. How's it going? This map surely has a way of messing with me and making me regret every decision I make when I choose a path, because it's just full of one-way doors and it makes me feel like I'll never come back to some of these areas. I don't know what's going on there. Chozo Soldier? Item Cube. Do you have to fight somebody for it? It's a cool looking statue. Without Ice Beam you can run and gun every room, but with it you can create obstacles for yourself. Yep. Pulse Radar. What are you? The cube! It could be like AM2R where the enemies fall to the floor and smash. Ooh, that's fun. An Aeon ability that allows Samus to scan her... Is this X-Ray? Scan her abilities Scan her surroundings for hidden blocks using a special sound wave with full Aeon. Hold right to activate. Our D-pad consumes full Aeon gauge to use. Ah! I love it. This is the best day ever. Wait, so now I can't just run around bombing walls anymore. I have to actually use my X-ray again. I forgot about it. I'm sorry, X-ray. Now we begin using it in every room. Absolutely. Dang. Okay, cool. You mentioned you played Metroid 2. Yes, the original is what I played on stream. I have dreams and aspirations of playing the other ones, but for now, we stuck with the Game Boy one, which was really fun. And very challenging, and I'm quite proud of myself. You have to like charge this up. So we have to come at this from above. Oh no, we just have to do this one. Right, right. Cool. This makes 100% very easy, yeah. There's so much to do over here. Oh, this is a one-way door though. I'm gonna have to learn how far it carries. And how much area it covers per scan. But that's very cool. Best game ever, can X-ray, yeah. Makes one aspect a lot easier. Thankfully, that's the most tedious aspect. Still do like working out for myself, yeah. That'll be fun. This is quite the maze over here. I'm assuming there's a crumble somewhere down here so that I can't get this missile. Yeah. That's fine. I like how it doesn't interrupt the game like with Super. Oh yeah! There's so much to do over here. Closed off one-way door. Yeah. It feels like the one-way doors are everywhere. It really does. My first playthrough, I actually got the scanner way before you actually get into Gavarin. Nice! One-way doors should be few and far between in Metroidvanias. Yeah, they're pretty... They make me feel sad. Oh, this is where we were trying to go anyways. Good. But this is blocked. But we can go through the grapple door below us. I think. Maybe not. We don't have access to this room above us? Oh. So how do I figure this out? Do I have to go all the way around again? Ugh. No, thank you. But this is now, we can access this block, but then it closes that door below us. And this is a big long purple room, so probably a tram? Yeah. Not just we locked the door. I'd rather see a place where it forces it to be unenterable the other way due to room design. Yeah. The gameplay interruption in Super is tied directly to technical limitations, yeah. Like, what do one-way doors accomplish other than making the player backtrack to the other side and pad out the game? Yeah, there's so many areas like that where it's like, normally, and I guess because it doesn't take too long to do an extra lap, but normally I'd want to stick around and stay and go get the rest, but with this, it's kind of a pain sometimes. Yeah, it makes it feel more tedious. Like, is it really something I want to go back for or not? I guess we can take a look really quick and see, aside from this room here, because this is what looks like a screw attack room, or screw attack barrier. And then this, I don't know if there was a way to do it. I was unsure how. But we can go up through here later, it seems like. My, wait, what? No, one-way doors accomplish, oh my gosh, hang on. Quite a bit other than padding. Notably, they help for reducing holding the player's hand with explicit go here markers. There's plenty of spots for the one-way to help the player limit the scope. Yeah, call it Wind Waker syndrome. There's a spoiler reason for some doors not being open from one side. I won't say it. Okay. I feel like one-way doors made me explore more thoroughly while I was in areas. Interesting. Forcing player to travel instead of play to pad out the game. The unfortunate thing is such usage was ideally goes unnoticed when it works well. I'm just not used to it. I like, and there's plenty of one-way doors in other Metroidvanias that we've played. It's still something about the scale of this one that when you pass this crumble block and you end up here and you're like, oh, I really want to go around again and see, maybe there's something I missed for this. But then you scale out, and even though it wouldn't take that long, you look at all this and you're like, forget it. Never mind, I'll do it later. The other thing in this map that we wanted to do... Honestly, I don't think there's a ton else that we wanted to do. I think there's stuff we wanted to do in, what, Berenia? So we'll go ahead and do this now. It's fine. One-way doors in games make me anxious about entering rooms. Yeah. Get what the developer wants to do with one-way door, where you eventually come from and unlock the other side, but I prefer the way Hollow Knight did it by destroying the wooden pillars that holds the walls. There's a couple one-way doors in Hollow Knight that are really annoying, too. I don't like having to double check the map to see if I can actually backtrack there. Super with the beam doors that locked you in Norfair. Maybe they should think of something new. Super's chock full of one-ways, but they're often less noticeable since they were made more often the likes of pits the players dropped into instead of doors. Okay, we're back in Ferenia. New tram entry. Amariah, hi. Happy Friday. Good to see you. I hope you're having a good Friday. I wanted to go this way first and fill up some map squares. Oh, we can get so many more now with our spin boost. Wow. I know I'm leaving all kinds of singular blocks behind. What is this ominous door here?
Yes, yes, yes.
This is looking like Ilun again. Thank you for the follow. Thanks for supporting a fellow human. If a map is well designed, I should be able to memorize the layout. Not sure I'll ever do that with Dread. It's just too bloated for much of anything to stick in my mind. To fix sleep cycle. Oh, okay. Sounds good, Wooden. Thank you for the lurk. I hope you're able to fix your sleep cycle. I feel that. Brenny looks very good. Oop, wrong button. Jen, please. Oh. Oh my. What's over here? Crumble blocks. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. Love the music of this area. Hey Napalm, welcome. Fixing sleep cycles is the worst. Wait, this blocks the door with a grub? Okay. Only games I've enjoyed one-way doors were in Shin Megami Tensei series, and that's only because there were demons have invaded and are breaking physics, reasons behind them, and the alternate routes were rather short. Traps as flavor rather than channeling. So we've got these green things now. So maybe that means we will get an answer to the green things in this part of the map. I already forgot where the next set of blocks is. Could have figured that out. I don't think I can... Okay, I can fight you. I thought that was just blocking the door. Interesting. Okay. Plot. Progress.
Uploading data.
Uploading data.
This area, Frenia, appears to have been a sanctuary. The Makan conducted ceremonies and rituals here. Now it all lies in ruin. It was likely destroyed in the chaos following the X's arrival. That would match what Quiet Road said. They
Okay.
have turned it into a hive. I have also detected the presence of an unusually powerful X.
Okay.
Recall that the enemy in this area could see through terrain and stun targets with an electric shock.
Don't like the sound of
The
that.
sensors indicate this enemy has been reactivated. We can assume that Raven Beak is behind this too. Make good use of the Phantom Cloak and you should have nothing to fear. Be careful, Samus.
Thanks, Adam. Fortunately, I have to go already. Need to drive to a friend and pick up my drunk brother. Okay. Oh, good luck. Have a good weekend, Angel Lord. We'll see you around. Oh, you'll be back. Okay. We'll drive safe. You called it the nightmare. Wait, wrong game. Yeah, we've detected an unusually strong X. Oops, wrong game. All blames go towards Ravenbeak. Oops. Got sick of this music after trying to get some of the items. Not a fan of overly synthetic MIDI. Get some haphazard map squares there. It's a weird looking enemy. It almost looks like the central unit energy. Oh dear. Okay, well that's fun. Oh no, not these again! Get away from me! Avoid everybody! Just refusal to encounter any aggressors. Oh man, it's a cold room! He's feeling so sneaky. This does not look like a cold room. Go, 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 go! Oh, we've been here before, right? I don't want this to close behind me again. Looks like Baby Fantoon a little bit. Why didn't my phone correct Atom to added? Who knows with autocorrect. It's an interesting discussion, goes to show everyone has different preferences. Definitely, yeah. I think, I mean, and it's also just a big game. It's bigger than the ones we've been playing, so I think it might feel bloated. It might feel like, dang, I have to do all that, but it's also just, it's gonna feel bigger. There's more stuff to do. And I'm grateful for more Metroid content. Oh, we want to keep going down. But it does take some getting used to when you've had, you know, we just finished the fusion map for the first time ever, and now we have this. It's a big difference. Oh, not you. Do I want to go to the left or right? Too many decisions. Oh, I remember these enemies. Ugh, cold room. Oh. Oh no. So what was over here, do we think? That should be easy enough to get back to, right? Leave me alone. You weird hand spider. Oh, they hurt so much. That took away so much of my health. Ah! Oh, we're gonna die. I'm just running away from everything. This is the door I wanted to try. Jen's pacifist, no encounters run, yeah. Oh, I can't get through here? It's fine. Where is this gonna take me? The network room? No, the Emmy encounter. And this map isn't opened. But it looked like all that was there was a door we couldn't go through yet. Kaz, how's it going? Welcome in. Dread stream. Yeah. F. It's okay, we didn't go back that far. Zero, hi, welcome in. A little bit to catch up on. Yeah, just a little. We're in the map for a second, so you can see we're in Ferenia, if that gives you any idea. Here, I can show this too for anybody just coming in that wants to see abilities. Not gonna be able to watch Dread streams much longer. You're catching up! Oh my gosh, it doesn't feel like it. I feel like I'm going slow. But we'll get there. I guess we wanna, yeah, we wanna go in the semi-zone. Okay. Let's see what we can accomplish. This is the one that's gonna shock us with electricity. Oh my, that's a very fancy ability. That's not a door. Is there a door down here? I know I'm too slow for this, but... Weird to get caught underwater like that. How about right after you got the lore dump and Chozo fight? Okay, cool. Yeah. We finished Ilun after that, and we did a little bit more in Gavarin. Oh, this is so much. Can I do this underwater? Yeah, but I'm slow as heck. If I go here, will you leave me alone? Oh, I'm gonna run out of... Oh, it's draining my health! That's... I feel like I haven't done that enough to know what it looks like. The controller starts to, like, rumble a little bit. This area is huge. Alright, we'll try this again, because... Oops, I did not mean to do that. The water physics is kind of cute with Emmy. I wonder what Samus does while we're in the map screen. Probably just sits there like the elevator music. Planning on streaming more over the weekend? Nice! The little bubbles are a nice touch, yeah. So very detailed. Just let me stand here. Leave me alone. Oh, the stupid masks. Ragnar, how's it going? Welcome in. Hello, fellow human. It's good to see you. Wonder if she gets elevator music in her helmet? Probably. Emmy swim classes! She's checking the map too. She doesn't know more than us. Keeping the rumble off. Yeah. I can't remember. I was playing a game recently besides this one that had just a really intense controller rumble that I really did not like. Ooh. How in the heck? Is this a door down here? No. This is fine. Can I even reach this from here? I can. Nope, go up. Oh god. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. This is a lot. So does grapple help us underwater? Yeah, we want to be using this, I think, a little bit more than we are. What's this door above me? Oh, it's closed when it's chasing us? But is it open when it's not? I'd ask about your initial X reaction, but I'll probably see that. This Emmy though. Or maybe she does. She knows more than us. There's a heartbeat rumble, yeah. I don't mind it too much, but I don't know. Sometimes controller rumble can just be a little bit strong. No, this isn't open even if it's not chasing us yet. It doesn't seem like it's just a one-way door. No, I want it. Ugh, I hate the water physics. It's like a bad dream. You can't escape. Let me try again. Oh. I wonder if you go up and then, like, if you keep grabbing... How do I describe what I'm doing? Grapple and then not grapple and then grapple again, if that, like, throws it off at all. Oh, I can't exit because it's chasing me, though. Dialord, how's it going? Welcome in. Oh, this thing is too much for me. I get caught immediately. Stop chasing me. Just leave us alone. One of these days I'll get another counter. No, I always forget that, here, I'm just giving up. You don't get a spin jump when you're invisible. I used to have a buddy named Emiliano. We call him Emmy. It's a good nickname. It just has an alternate, you know, meaning in this game. You're gonna go below me, right? Yeah. No, you didn't go. Ugh! I hate this. Now we have to lose it. Oh, frick. I think because it was already red, there was no losing it there. I don't like this one. We get so slow from the water. I wonder too if this is the only start. It always starts in that same spot, it seems like. Oh god. Heck that. No! I don't think I can lose it in the next room. I feel like I have to come back over here to lose it. Oops, not like that. Had to turn off Rumble on most games controllers for the sake of health of hands. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be nice if there was a way to adjust it rather than just off or on. But usually when I turn it off, I do not miss it. Yeah, oops. Leave me alone. Look, I'm invisible. You don't care about me. It's draining all my health. I hate this. How did we end up with so little health here anyway? That's a dumb question, but you know. Is there a refill nearby? No. Cause you know how we ended up with so little health? Cause I insisted on doing pacifist mode through this whole area, and just face planting into every enemy instead of fighting them and getting the health that they dropped. Oops. Nope, it saw me. Oh, it saw me again. No, I'm talking about before the Phantom Cloak. I know how I got to 1 health. But before, like, why am I at 10 2E tanks and 10 energy here? It's because I came through this area and didn't fight anybody. And we went into a couple cold rooms as well. There's no more pacifist mode anymore, yeah. As we release the X. Oh, you didn't, Alright, that's fair. Now where's it gonna send me? Probably still right outside the door. Yeah. I don't think I need more health. I shouldn't be trying to stealth for longer, but I feel like I should go back and get more health just for practical reasons. Or just keep dying. Nice, nice. Yeah, why does this always happen to me? We get an autosave now with incredibly low health. No. Ugh. There are some blocks over here. What kind of blocks are these, though? Leave me alone! I'm trying to do this. Aw, boo. We don't have... Well, we do have that item, but we can't use it yet. This room is how we lost all of our health. That's a save. There's no refill. This. What if we go back on this? Yeah, I feel like we're gonna end up doing that. Regretting all of my decisions. Can I even go back, though? Or are there a million one-way doors? I think we can. It's my own fault, because I rushed through here. I think we'll be okay. Oh, shit. Bye! We're never coming back! GG for any a nice town, bro. I'd rather pick it up rather than have to go back for it. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I feel like I completely screwed myself over by running through that area. Pratt, welcome in. How's it going? Happy Friday. I just like the ones that seem like they're locked behind themselves. I know I'm gonna have to come back for them. I don't think we've had too much trouble with them until now. I've been pretty happy with the refill stations. I think these enemies are hurting me a lot harder. They're doing a lot more damage. Eh. And I'm not taking it into account. Felt like a nice bonus to be able to sometimes mini sequence break and get them early when sometimes it felt like I didn't have the tools to do so easily. You're picking up CDs, but you still don't have the music player? Yeah. Mystery items, the orange pickups, yeah. I do remember even seeing more recharge stations than I had need for. The game's good balance, fair and challenging. There's times when we've gone by a missile refill and I was like, oh, I don't need this. I'm full on ammo right now. Even health sometimes. We're full on health because either there weren't very many enemies or we killed the enemies that were there. I do wish I was better at the counters. I feel like that's slowing me down a lot. We can go get this room again. Oh my god, stop! And just get it on the map. And then leave it forever. But there's a reason why I didn't want to fight any of these enemies, because they're all terrible. This area sucks. We've got more health than last time, at least. Okay, it's not chasing me yet, which is good because... Oh my god, our poor health, though. We can't get through here if it's chasing me. No, frick! No! Oh my god. I fired a missile, I think, instead of doing grapple beam. Go up, Jen. We were so close, and then we ruined it. I think it's already chasing me, right? Oh, I think we're good. The music changed. Leave me alone, please. Go away forever, Emmy. I don't want anything to do with you. Why? Why is that not grappling there? Why am I just shooting missiles into space? That's not what I wanted to do. Cool, cool, cool. Normally we do okay with the sections where we're just trying to, like, pass through. But this one is obnoxious. Emmy award-winning singing, thank you. The stupid masks, everything is stupid. These bombs are stupid, there's too many obstacles in this room. Just let me go through. I'm not trying to fight. Just let me get through, and we can come back and fight later, and then you can put all the obstacles you want in my path, because I'm being an aggressor. But right now, just let me go through. It's fine. Oh my god! I thought you were going below me. Nope, it saw me. Nope, I did want to do that. No! Oh, the grapple is gonna piss me off. You just see me firing shots into the ceiling for no reason. No, Bay, welcome in. How's it going? Emmy, please, just let me go through. It's fine. I know what I need to do. I just keep misfiring everything. I also feel like previous rooms, yeah, I could tell where it was better, and this room it keeps like sneaking up on me because I think it's in a corner that it's not. See, it knows exactly where I am right now, I feel like, and my health is dwindling very quickly. If I could just grapple. Oh my god, there it is. No! Oh. This is the worst thing ever. Please, 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 please! Oh my god. Go away forever. We have 1 health. Sure, map room. Did not like. We'll take a map of Ferenia with 1 health. Yeah, exactly. Autosave with 1 health. We're in my favorite position. Hi Carl, welcome. Sure, we'll save, I guess. There's gotta be a health refill somewhere, right? Those beeps! Immediate death. Give me some of that X-Parasite! Not the green ones. Oh, this is gonna be gnarly. Oh, that was a red health! Okay, we got a tiny bit of yellow. Say no to that room. Mom, welcome in. How's it going? What a lovely sound. Save with 1 HP, just like a real classic Metroid. Yeah. Sugar, hi. It's going frustratingly today. We are, we're having a time. We're gonna die here. And everything keeps dropping green ammo X parasite instead of health. Oh, right into the fire. Back to our 1 health save. We should probably get that 40 health at least, so we're not in constant 1 health mode. Ended up here at 1 HP too, and remember, because the X outside is obnoxious. Yeah, it definitely is. In other news, I have the day off today. Nice, that's awesome. Enjoy. Nope. Okay, more ammo. Instead of, Oh, we didn't want that either. Oh, no, stand still, please. Oh, come on. Okay, we got yellow. I almost went right into the fire again. And some green. We can save with 41 and then do it again. Been working on my game a bit with some driver code. Nice. I know you only have 1 health, but here's some more missiles! I know, it sucks. Okay, we have enough to get rid of the low health beeps. Slowly but surely. I could get lucky with a red X drop. that doesn't immediately fly away. I know, the one that flew away. So tragic. Okay, looking better still. Alright, I feel like that's probably good. We'll save one more time and then we'll continue. One thing that threw me off with Prime being my first Metroid was full heals at saves not being the series standard. Oh. Yeah, wait, I kind of forgot about that. That was nice. Sam, I should consider the lucrative business of X farming. Yeah. We're skilled in it. That one always scares me that it's gonna, like, jump down into that hole, even though... Oh, yes! Speaking of Red X. Go, go, save, go, save, go, save! Best day ever! Farm-grown, organic Red X. Om nom 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 nom. Okay, now what do we do? This was a scary room, right? Yeah, heck no. Although, well, and it was just a green door room. There might be something up top. I want to see what this other room is first, I think. Oh my god, why would you... Wait, this other room is just another... Ugh, gross. It's just another Emmy zone. Ooh, we should have done that! What's over here? Well, okay, another save. Lots of saves. It's fine. Filling in the map. I think Samus would enjoy visiting an X restaurant if it weren't for the fact that X were highly invasive species. Yeah. Should be a thing in every Metroid. Cuts down on map clutter and backtracking to recharge stations. The red ones are cherry. Poor sleep last night's catching up on me. I think I'm gonna need to take a nap. Oh, of course. Have a good nap, Austin. Yeah, I feel you on the sleep. I don't know if it's the season changing or the cold or what, but get that good rest. My cat came in from the rain. Aw. It's time for bed. You too, Pratt. Have a good sleep. Already dozing off. Have a great rest and a great weekend. We'll see you around. Okay, well we got this save, but we have to go into Emmy zone now, it looks like. Thank you for thanking the mods. The heat, yeah. I don't think that's hitting it. Oh, I tried to follow the X right into the fire. Yummy, but not that yummy. Okay, sure. What is this nonsense? It immediately sees me. Let's at least get a better look at this room. Oh, it's right there. Ah, a refill. We so badly needed this earlier. You don't want to spend more quality time with the all-seeing death robot? No. No, I do not. Although I do want this autosave. That's risky. This is all locked up. Yeah. Okay. I think we just want to go across to the right, but I'm scared. Looks like you were bonding nicely. Yeah, we get along so well. Speaking of cats, my remaining fur baby Fiona has a GPS tracker on her. I wish I could share the map of where she's been the last couple of days. 1,000 feet from the house twice. Dang, on an adventure. I'm gonna go straight across here. It's gonna catch up to us though. Right quick. Oh, I think we want to go up top there. Right? No, don't be in a ball right now. Oh my god, Samus, please. Samus! She just wants to morph. Probably have inside cats, but something about being in the rain just makes my cats more amorous when they come inside. Aw. Yeah, my cats are indoor cats, but... Duncan was an outdoor cat before I got him. He was indoor and outdoor. Wait. This is a different room than that other one, right? Emmy's a real stabby McJabby, indeed. I want to know... Oh, too late. I want to know what's down here again. We're safe at the moment. Oh, I can't double jump there. RIP! Oh, you can, but it's like the weird... It's the weird thing. Ooh, that was cool. Alright, I'll take it. Now where are we? We don't know where the next central unit is. I'm assuming somewhere over here, maybe? Or some... Oh, yes we do. It's up here. Dang. We've got so far to go. This. Oh, not you! Damn it. I want to go back up there real quick. Heck. Don't you have like a counter or something? Oh no! Oh. Heck. Where does all this go to? Here, let's scan. Is this gonna be a power bomb thing? No, we can get this. Okay.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Thank you for the follow. Thanks for supporting a fellow human. Oh, I'll take this. My old cat was like an Emmy after a long day out, yelling at me for food. Yeah. Hi, welcome in. How's it going? Welcome to the chat. I understand why in some places you can't let them outside. Yeah. I just want the heck out of that room. Is this an autosave? Is this where we get the green thingies? Weird. Weird statue in the background. Weird green thingies. Alright. We'll come back here later. Yes! Finally, I hate that enemy. My previous cat was outside and got really sick because he was a fighter. Died when he was 5. The vet said it's average life of the cat that goes out. Yeah. That's part of why I don't let mine out, but everybody's different, and with indoor cats, you do have to provide them a lot of enrichment because they're not getting that good outdoor exercise time. So what is... aha! I love our scanner. I feel like this is a boss coming up. The house, we have a 2-acre lot and none of the neighbors near us have outdoor cats. Yeah. Outdoor cats my whole life. The youngest passed when she was 12, but most of them have been 19 or more when they passed. Dang. It's a good full cat life. Oh yeah, Idor. Yay, Red X. Okay. Scary. What's that flying, fluttering thing? Oh, and you're electric. Oh god. Electric and dark magic. I don't know how to dodge those. Not yet. Oh, and I can't be on the ground when that thing hits. Okay, good to know. Nope. Yep. Uh-huh. This is going very well. Good, good, good first try. I had a cat with like 26 toes? What? That's pretty cool. Do you like scanner or x-ray? I like both. I don't know if I prefer one over the other yet. I mean, the scanner's really easy to use. Black Lemon, how's it going? Welcome in. Good morning. Electric Dark Bug. I know, I was thinking it was like an electric and dark type Pokemon. And it's also bug type, so there you go. Fiona's 15, still acts like a kitten. Aww. What is this boss's name? And how can I just stand here and fire missiles and do nothing else to avoid attacks? I mean, I can try. Good, good. The boss is Michael. Electric Boogaloo. Escue. Oh, cool. Hollow Knight is a good analog for this Metroid. Yeah, I keep comparing the two. I feel like this is this game for me personally. This is not going to be true for everyone, but this game is a combo between, like, I don't know. I don't even know if I can say super. It's like Fusion mixed with Hollow Knight mixed with Ori 2. With the eternal baby face. Oh, say hi to all your cats for me. I hate this guy. This is a hard fight. The boss fight and things starting to get hard for me. Yeah. Looney, hello. Welcome in. Is it really Escue because there's a Pokemon called Escue? A fun penguin with an ice cube head. Does it tell us? Yeah, Escue. I've played Hollow Knight, but I haven't beaten it. I haven't played either Ori game. Yeah. I think the closest Pokemon might be Vikavolt with Shadow Ball. The Dark Souls of Metroidvanias. Top, please. You can definitely see how they took inspiration from other Metroidvanias they helped inspire. Yeah, comes full circle. Yeah, I think that's cool. I like it. Hey, Becky, welcome. I think most bosses are pretty tough. They really ramped up difficulty. Yes, they did. They really did. Gotta be on my A game for these boss fights. Keep missing with all my missile shots this time. Nope, don't morph. No, get out of morph! No! Am I pressing the, like, whatever the button is that I never use for morph and now I decide to press it in the middle of a fight? Why? Whatever. I wanted to slide, but not morph. I wonder if my sliding is turning into a morph ball, even though I don't want it to. Ah, but also the Metroid of Souls-likes. And in turn, this game will inspire other Metroidvanias, yeah. Jiggly, how's it going? This Metroid gave birth to a lot of cool babies, and now they're fully grown up and helping her in her old age. Aw. Not related, but I like how after Super they removed the health drain during Shine. Oh, yes. Me too. Big fan that they got rid of that. It makes for so many fun Shine Spark puzzles. Okay, that's not hurting you, so... Do I have to hit you when you're from one side? Yeah. Like when your wings are up or something. Oh, I timed that wrong. Okay, what? Get out of morph! Nothing I'm pressing is getting me out of morph. We're just chilling in a ball. Is that part of the technique for this fight? Is the game trying to force me into morph? No. These are very quick attempts. We're not lasting very long. Grapple beam only fight. I can't tell which end I'm supposed to hit. This side, the like little face. It's like a bumblebee. Quick attempts until you get the one where you beat it, yeah. We shipping Samus and Alucard? What? Oh, Castlevania? The room is cleverly designed to lead the player to this solution non-verbally. I don't know what you mean, but if there's like a puzzle to the room, I don't want to know yet. Okay, real quick. Well, maybe not in the middle of this attempt, but I need to look at the morph controls because I am not understanding why I'm morphing when I'm morphing. Using a different controller today? No, it's the same controller. A different room, something you did ages ago? Oh, okay. Wasn't talking about this. Okay, yeah, I was confused for a second. You're good, you're good. It's ZL when crouched. I'm pressing ZL because I'm trying to slide, and instead of sliding, I'm morphing. So do you have to press ZL again to get out of it? Yeah. I've not been using ZL to morph, I've just been double tapping down like every other Metroid. But then I go to do this in a boss fight, and if I don't push enough to the left, I end up doing this in the middle of a boss fight. Okay. I have the opposite problem with slide, that you slide when you want to morph. Oh man. Frustrating. Frustrating. Dang. Max, hi, welcome. I think I just figured it out, so we're good. Mr. L, welcome. Love to see you figure things out, wouldn't want to ruin it for you. Slide's so good. I really like the slide, yeah. Tried to slide in the air. I'm sure it was just something that we've not... I don't know. I'm just pressing the wrong button. I know that's the heart of the matter, but I wanted to at least go in and check and see what button it was. Finished second, any percent run, it was refreshing. Running something again, nice. Bet that was a really good feeling. Oops, wrong side. I have a really hard time telling which enemy of the... which side of the enemy is which. Oop, there's our morph again. It turns around so fast. And my aim is so bad. That was better. That was a longer attempt. My boy, happy Friday, welcome in. In my opinion, ZL for morph transformation was one of the better changes. Yeah, I'm sure. Some people really like it because you have a single button now, but it's messing me up. It's okay. Fun question: if everyone was scaled as they should be in Smash, you think Samus would be the last one standing? Oh gosh, I feel like that's opening a can of worms. Of course Samus would be the last one standing. That's the only answer. I don't know. You all know I don't play Smash, but I do love Samus. Now that I think of it, it would be cool if spin jumps could smoothly transition into ball roll, but slide kind of does that. Yeah, Kirby would win. You have a lot of play conditioning for pressing down twice for morph. Yep, that's just... I have a hard time. It takes me a long time to switch between games. Like, for example, we just finished... I told you we all, we finished Fusion 100%, but I opened up Fusion yesterday and kept pressing buttons. I kept pressing X to shoot. Or Y, or whatever it is in this game. I was trying to use Dread controls in Fusion. I just have such a hard time transitioning back and forth. Oops. Oops, oops. Escue's electronic interference must have messed with your morph ball, yeah. Kirby was made by the same guy, so there's bias there. Kirby can eat Sephiroth, done. Oh, goodness. I'm the same as you. Jump has to be B, attack has to be Y in every game I play or I'll mess it up. Thank goodness for button remapping, yeah. Oh, what was that? Oh, that was so weird. Flight of the Bumblebee vibes in the music? Yeah, I like that. Mikhair, how's it going? Welcome in. I keep trying to press the L for bombs and I'm not really sure what game that's coming from. Interesting, yeah. I guess... Well, not ZL, but the bumpers for selecting, like, power bombs, right? In, Fusion and Zero Mission? Anyway. I'm just doing a lot of fumbling here. I wish there was something else I could do besides running to the other side and shooting at its face. Like, I wish there was at least one other... I don't know. I want to grapple beam you. Or, like, bombs or something, you know? It's not gonna help us, though. Maybe charge beam? ZR and ZL mixed up, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of buttons. I don't think that does anything either. From the wrong side, at least. You always have to be on the right side. I wonder if there was some more exploring we should have been doing before we came here for more items or something. I say that every time. Although, I feel like Drygoga, or however you say that, boss? Gaiga? Hydro Gaiga? That one we were pretty ready for. Holding down both shoulder buttons. I feel like I'm just gonna have the shoulder button down the whole time. Because every time I think I'm pressing it in time to shoot, I never press it in time to shoot. But how much of a pain is it to do a whole fight with shoulder button pressed down? I feel like it's kind of a pain. And you can't... No, you can do everything you would normally do. with this wall here? There's just like some shadows up there. Okay. Okay, alright. Tape him down? Yeah. This one's way more offensive compared to Hydro Geiga. Yeah. You can't move. Then free aim. Remember taping down D-pad on DS as a kid to hatch Pokemon? Better dodges this time? I didn't feel like it. I don't know. Oops. I do not know what any of the tells look like. I feel like they all kick my butt. Oh, I thought you were gonna turn back this way and you didn't! Rude! I need to learn the timing of that orb better, so I don't waste so much time double jumping when I don't need to. No, don't morph! No, we were doing okay, and then we keep morphing! Samus, no! Oh, these kill me every time. Oh no. Oh god, what was that? Oh, we were getting a bunch of shots in at the end as we died. Didn't we have like 1 E-tank and 31 energy? And that one hit just completely took us out? That's so brutal. I think we got hit before then, but still. Oh, that was much better. I feel like I had the shoulder button down most of that fight. Oh, shit. Oopsies, that was bad. Oh my god. The lunges, I can never tell when those are gonna happen. I feel like it doesn't do them very often. And I always think it's gonna do one of those gravity bomb things when it lunges. Oh god. Oh no, not the core. No, I wanted to slide under it and get the X stuff and get my health. You should have gone over it instead of under it. That's the biggest core we've ever seen. I hate those dang cores. So now we have to fight a core every time too? Boo. I keep getting stuck in the corner when it does that attack. We already fought all those cores in Fusion. I don't want to do that again. I feel like if I just keep waiting for that lunge attack, we can make some strong progress. I shouldn't have taken that. Oh, that was fun. Oops, shoot. That was close. Oh god. Yay! Okay. Give health, give ammo. Is this doing anything, or is this just giving me supplies? It looks like it's flashing, but holy crap. I don't... Okay. We know what to do with those. Storm missile? Is this gonna be that green thing? That was tough. Thank you for believing in me. OP time. Oh my gosh. Locks on to up to 5 targets and fires a barrage of guided micro missiles. Hold R to begin charging. Once charged, a yellow laser sight will appear. Use this laser sight to designate up to 5 targets. After doing so, press Y to fire a barrage of micro missiles. Consumes 3 units of missile ammo per target. Samus could use these to attack multiple lock-on points at once. They are also effective against enemies cloaked in electrical energy. In addition, they can trigger storm missile boxes. Wow, so many things. Thank you for the follow. Thanks for supporting a fellow human. Welcome in. Okay. Dang. That was so much. This item is so good. Storm missiles are probably my favorite thing to do. Awesome. Like Seeker missiles in Prime. Oh my gosh, there were so many different cool missile combinations in Prime. I went back, we've been talking about Prime a fair amount, and I went back and watched my boss fight VOD, like the end of it again. And I do miss that game. If it weren't for all the screaming Chozo ghosts, I would like that game a lot more. The boss took me forever. Oh my gosh, it felt like forever. Yeah, we just work our way back up and out of here then, and we can go into... This was the room. Yeah, we can go into this room now. Wait. Too many buttons. There we go. I don't understand these enemies. These little slimy guys. Samus, okay. This is a lot. I still can't figure out. We have too many buttons. Still can't figure out half of them. We can charge in here real quick. Is this a one-way? No. That boss sucks because of the immune shielding. You have to wait for it to drop. The electricity thing. Upgrade helps justify the amount of missiles you get in late game during Metroid games. These enemies are clearly flubber, yeah. Okay, let's try it. Oh no, I have to hold all these buttons at the same time. Okay. Weird, but cool. Let's go save at this network place. Oh, just kidding. Save room. I think there's something like this in a previous game, but I like how it's used here. Gotcha. I like the idea. Let's find some more places where we can use it, right? What other green doors do we have? There's one over here. I'm assuming this will help us get to this now. We gotta come up here. Access closed. How do we get up there? It's weird. Are we supposed to go back through here? I don't know. First Dread run. Thanks, Jaredino. Appreciate it. Scattershot rather than make missile go here. Yeah. Prime 4 should take a hint from this as Seeker's Return. Interesting. I don't know. I guess we can go open that. Oh, we can go over here now. Let's go do that. I don't think we can do this area until this opens. But we can walk by maybe and see if it like causes it to open. I don't think so. I don't think that's how this works. Oh, this thing. So how... Oh, God. Apple Avocado, how's it going? Welcome in. No, we are nowhere close to hard mode, but I appreciate you believing in me. That wasn't too bad of a climb. Oh, so we're not probably gonna go check that out. That's fine. Access closed, but I want access open. I know. I'm super stoked for Prime 4. Given the long time of production, I'll be disappointed if it doesn't turn out well. Yeah. I don't know that we're collecting everything either. We're just doing a casual first playthrough and seeing how much stuff we can collect, but I don't have like must get 100% in my brain. Can you move forward while... Yeah. Oh, weird. There we go. Oh, I remember this room. Oh, okay. I always get nervous when it's a little bit longer load screen because I think it's gonna be a cutscene. Jen, what you've learned so much against these enemies. Don't go down here and put yourself in a corner. Oh God. 2 of them at the same time? No. No, I say. We're just getting bonked around. This is good. This is going very well. It's good. That's good. I think I got like 52% in my first playthrough. 100% is not on my mind during first playthrough. Yeah, I will know better when we get close to the end if I want to go back and even try for a higher percentage. But we're just gonna play it by ear. God, I hate this. There's too many. There's too much. This is Watcher Knights all over again. But there's only 2 of them. No, there's 2 Watcher Knights. Yeah, this is at a time rather. Ugh. This is fine. If I just stand here, I'll take one out. No. Too much, too many. Yeah. Time to learn how to beat 2 at once. Apparently. What time is it? We're at 2 hours of stream, so we will take a stream break pretty soon. Smash map confirmed. That would be cool. Oops. I wanted... Okay, what the heck? No, don't morph! Ugh. This is just me running away from them. That's all this fight is. Yeah, we got the counter by just standing still in front of it. No! No! Nope. Oh, that was so close. We're dead anyways. Jirachi, welcome in. How's it going? I've now learned my lesson. Save any chance I run by save room. Had to restart several minutes due to falling in lava. Oh no, I'm sorry. Darkhawk. Everyone's curious about MP4 at this point. Like, just show us anything, please. Yeah. Okay. I think we'll take a stream break. Is there cool music before this room? These guys are more competent than the bad guys in literally any action movie. Yeah. This music's okay, right? Sort of the temple-ish music. Thanks for the hydrate. I appreciate it. Break time. It is Friday. It's sort of a tradition around here. I will probably pour a glass of wine. Very casual playthrough tonight. And, have a stretch. Refill my water as well. Yeah, I'll see you all in a couple minutes. Thank you for being here. I'll be right back. Alright. We are back. Let's do this. I wonder, I've never tried this before. I want to try something. Cool. I'll be honest, I don't want to switch to. No. I think Dread has a good chance. I feel like it does. Enjoying some late afternoon coffee and some biscuits. Nice. Let's, if we scanned this room, are there any fun hidden blocks over here? No. Me just procrastinating and delaying the inevitable fight. Oh, there's a bunch up here, though. Oh, they're crumble blocks. We're kind of low on missiles. I shouldn't do that. Elgato's the cat, yeah. But also broadcasting capture card stuff, hardware. 2021 has been hype. 2022 looks to be even more hype. Yes. Alright, let's attempt this again. Well, yeah, it would be with a space. Yes. But the gaming company does not have a space. And they make more than just capture cards. It would be cool if you could get them to shoot their missiles at each other. Oop, nope. Nope, get up there, get up there. Oh no. Was it worth it? I don't know. That red attack is still too much for Jen. Oh, I should have countered! It keeps countering right in front of my face. Gotta run now. Have fun with the rest of the stream. Kaz, have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. Take care. Happy weekend. Happy time zone. I thought the company name had a space. I'm disappointed. No, it does not. It does not. I know a lot of people that use it for the Stream Deck. They have a microphone that people really like. They have a bunch of stuff. I'm most familiar with their capture card. Ugh. I feel like that platform up top is nice if you get the counter, but they also know they're smart. They know not to do that. Oh, that one on top just did so many circles. It just kept turning around and around. Oh yeah, I have to remember to hold down the bumper for my missiles the whole fight, basically. Ugh. What's the clink sound when you respawn? I'm not sure. Let's find out. I don't know what it is. Maybe the door closing again. But yeah, I've been hearing it. Oh, it was a counter. Good, Jen. Good. Just, you know, walk directly into them. It's been your best strategy by far. Please die! Eight health! We can do this. Oh, not if I... Yeah, no. This fight is a lot. I know, it's so much with two of them at the same time. Ugh. How is hear the click? I thought it was normal. Is that? Do we know what that is? You're about to hear it. That. Do we know what that noise is? 8 health, no missiles in a dream. Never mind. Does it have anything to do with the door or? No, not the. I don't think it's the music. It sounds like an arcade noise. It sounds like a coin clinking into a slot or something. An instrument? Really? Okay, wine sip between attempts. There's so many opportunities to counter, but I always just want to jump around because I think it's gonna be the bad move. There we go. Die! Oh god. Oh, I thought I was gonna get it, but I was not close. Maybe if we come up here. Oh, our health, our poor health. Nope, I meant to. Oh, yep, so close. Storm missile despawning. Yeah, maybe it has to do with the storm missile door above us. Like a chime recognizing it's open, maybe. The sound of dread. Great, thanks E-Blob. Does this game have difficulty settings because this fight would destroy me with my slow reaction times? It does not that I've seen. I think if you beat it, you can go up to hard mode, maybe? It does not sound like music to me. It sounds completely different from everything else, but it's okay. Maybe it's just a respawn noise. I don't know. Oh god. They're so fast! Nice. We jumped all the way up that platform just to still get hit by that fireball. Just normal and hard at the moment, yeah. Ba-ding! Oh well. I don't mind it. I'm just curious. I feel like there's nowhere else that we've really heard it. Are we supposed to be using this new cool lock-on? I don't think so. It doesn't seem appropriate. We'll just do one missile shot at a time. That's all I can handle. Ow. This fight is mostly circles, just like the last soldier fight. Mostly running in circles. Oops, ow. No, don't morph, no. Oh, I jumped right into that attack. Oh god, that was weird. I've never been that close when it did that. No, 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 no. Rip. Oh, I walked right into it. Nice. We should make an easy mode, especially how many new people are playing Dread. Maybe. I don't know. Some ending rewards are locked behind hard mode, which is sad for completionists and me that doesn't like playing the same game but harder. Yeah. You die a lot because enemies do several E-tanks damage. Ugh. Zero Mission is the only hard mode that the devs actually cared about and didn't just tack on. I don't think saying their ending rewards is spoilers. No, that's fine. Yeah, you're good, Alien. But thank you for thinking of it. I appreciate it. Definitely don't want to know what they are, but it's pretty common that that's a thing. Should make an easy mode. Oh, I read that. It's frustrating that they didn't include easy mode for more accessibility. Yeah, I like that bosses are about learning how to fight them, not just tanking through them. Yeah, it's very... like, the reason... and I didn't talk about this too much because it's not that exciting or impressive, but like, I fought SAX again yesterday because I had to, because we did the 100%. And it was so much easier compared to the absolute struggle bus I had when we played it on stream. And I think you have to be in a certain mindset for like a boss fight game versus a wandering around and exploring game. I feel like it can be hard to switch back and forth between the two. I feel like every time we did a Hollow Knight boss, I was like, okay, everyone settle in. It's boss fight time. I feel like a lot of these, this feels like a mini boss, but it's taking me the length that a full boss would take. I don't know. And there's this, like, I can run around and try to dodge a bunch. I could try. But with Metroid in the past, I felt like if I just run around too much, you're missing out on all these opportunities to do damage. Like, you can't just dodge in other Metroid fights. You have to just throttle a bunch of missiles into it, which I only ever realized far too late. 100% agreed. Hollow Knight feels very similar to that. Yeah. Is there somewhere you can get more missiles? I don't think running out of missiles is our problem yet.
Yes! 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 Yes!
I don't want people to just give up and not try to persevere. What do you mean, eclectic? Oh, for easy mode? Yeah. Normal mode is easy enough, but sometimes I wish there was a way to slow down the game. But that's... you gotta be careful that. That's like, very subjective. It's easy enough for you. But when you're talking accessibility, something that's really easy for one person might be really difficult for another. So the more you can widen the spectrum and still have a complete, full, wonderful game, the better. If you have that in mind of sliding both ways, the more people can play it. Thank you for the follow. Thanks for supporting a fellow human. Welcome in. Shadier, hi. It's good to see you. The game even tells you that no attack is unavoidable. It encourages you to learn and not just tank. It really does. You're learning their patterns, the damage scaling, forcing you to have a clean attempt. Well, I'm not sure what you mean by that. The second playthrough of Dread is much easier and more enjoyable. And something like this, when you come back to it, same as SAX, you're like, oh, this is easy. I can't believe I ever struggled with this. You have to actually learn where they're gonna go and how they move and everything. Trav, hi, welcome. It's good to see you. I don't play Metroid for combat, I play for exploration, item-based progression, and atmosphere. Yes, me too. Best defense is good offense. And it's not that I'm a super tanky player, but I feel like something I have struggled with in Metroid is not tanking enough, because I always forget I have missiles, or I don't use them enough. I safeguard them for no reason. And now we're in this game that's like, I don't know if I should use them or dodge more, or we're still learning. It's okay. I thought this was one of the harder fights and it came right after another harder one. Yeah. More accessible, the better it is for everyone. Yes, I agree. Difficulty is subjective, yeah. I was talking about myself. I know it's not for everyone. No, you're good, Alien. I wasn't trying to like call you out, but I get a lot of responses from people that are saying it's oh, it was easy for me, or it was hard enough that it was rewarding for me. And I'm like, yes, you want that rewarding feeling for lots of people, so that if you scale it back and make it easier for some, then they also get a rewarding, like I also get a rewarding feeling, and if you make it harder for some, they also get a rewarding feeling because it was too easy before. Just part of the discussion. Yeah, and dude. This earring got twisted. Don't want every Metroid game to have have combat be the focus. Oh, I don't wanna. No, cancel. Continue. Even games that ask you to mash A button can be difficult for some. I dislike repetitive motions, input presses. Yeah. I do struggle with the speed of some games. Yeah. Love the combat focus here in Fusion Samus Returns. My main complaint in Super was that bosses felt kind of easy. Yeah. It's very different. Recently I've been trying to get my mom to play games since it helps elderly with finger dexterity. Cool. It's like in Celeste. I never use assist mode, but I'm super happy it's in there. Yeah. Doesn't seem like there's a middle ground. I've only people say it's either too hard or too easy, right, Jirachi? Like, I felt... How do I feel about this game? I don't feel like it's too hard. I feel like I take it slower than some people. And I'm okay with that. I'm not expecting to first try any bosses in this game. But I do feel like a difficulty slider would allow me to go through it a little bit faster if I wanted to. It's getting me hyped for Sunday. I know, Antable. I wish Nintendo Mercury Steam would have included more any settings. Both difficulty and accessibility are severely lacking in Dread. Easy on the caps. Oh, Shadier. You're good, you're good. Let's try again. And... if we want to take a break from this fight, we can, which is awesome. Because that's something we have yet to encounter in one of our Metroid playthroughs, is deciding we want to go elsewhere. I feel like that's not something that's usually available. Oh, you can do multiple hits on one target? That's kind of cool. Here, come here. Here, you're my test subjects. We're learning how to use our cool new items. Not successfully. Sometimes you go to do a spinny jump and you just jump straight up in the air. Use Celeste Assist a lot, for example? Yeah. Why does this look like Super Smash Brothers, right? Some games easy and some games hard. Emphasis on quote because it is subjective. I guess there could be a more compromise between this style of fight and more traditional sponge design of other Metroid games. I feel like we have not a ton of other places we can go, but we can go back to, I think it's, Dyron, right? And do some exploring? No, because the cold zone is blocking us there. We can do this door in Berenia if we want to. That's closed. But we can teleport here, which we haven't done. That teleport is open to us now, right? Yeah? No. Hard to say if there's another access to this room. Oh, it's a orange, mysterious orange block. So then I don't know that there is much else open to us aside from Berenia. This is open now. If we want to go exploring. This is open now, but it's not, it wasn't closed before. It was just whatever's in this corner. I don't know if there's an item or something. Slim, how's it going? Welcome in. And Shadier, thank you for the posture check for me and for everybody. If we go back to this, how much time is it going to take to traverse through here? I'll do my best. My computer chair isn't the best. No worries. Oh, this is closed here. Interesting. I feel like if we do go back and look for more stuff, it's just gonna be a lot of me in the map screen though, which is frustrating. And then we have to walk all the way back for whenever our next time here is. Gotta get some food. Thanks, Amaraya. Thanks for the good luck. Enjoy your food. Thanks for being here. And, oh, thanks for using the spoiler command. No worries. You got it. We do have a spoiler chat if you want to talk about the game and me and my playthrough in that channel in the Discord. I don't look at it until after I beat a game, and sometimes multiple games, because we have a few spoiler chats going on in there at once. We have, like, The Witness and Metroid 2, I think, is in there too. Mostly The Witness and Dread. All right. I don't know that I feel like going back. But I do not feel like we're making any progress on this fight. You got stuck in the corner. Oh, I always forget I have to jump over them and not behind them. It doesn't work for the red thing. Or the opposite of what I said, but... Oh, not like that. Bam. I like the Zero Mission Ridley fight, specifically because of how you get there. I feel like the area Ridley's in is the boss. That whole part of the ship is really cool. I like that fight too. Even getting booped by the enemy seems to be painful, yeah. The way it is now, you kind of choose between doing the QTE or a longer fight. They're not space pirates, yeah, no. They're Chozo robots, Chozo soldiers. This room must have a juicy item for this trouble. I don't know that it does. I don't think it does. I think it's barring our progress to... Where were we trying to go? I don't remember. Ha! Huh. I remember we got through this area and I wanted to come back here. Through this door. Oh yeah, here. Juicy item. This room right here is barring us from getting back up here, which is barring us from getting to said juicy item. I like counters like they are here. Up until now, bosses have only had one counter animation and it's optional for more damage. Juicy item sounds like a good idea, yeah. If only we could get through this fight. Oh dear, hello. McMeme, how's it going? Welcome in. It's good to see you. Dread's really good. We're stuck on a soldier fight. This is our first 2v1, which is pretty brutal. I want to get back to item exploring. Who's gonna jump up here first? You are. Oh, rip. Da da da. Da 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 da. Nope, no suggestions. Nope. No thank you. Please just read the command that Eclectic just used. You asked if it was okay and then you did it anyway, so no tips. Obligatory double counter. The soldiers, I know, they're rough. It's like I don't know, don't take it personally. You're fine to hang out and chat and everything. Just remember that this is no spoilers or hints or tips or strategy suggestions or anything type of playthrough, so. Does the game explain why the Chozo are attacking you? I'm not this far yet. Oh, it does! Yeah, Slim. I'm not gonna do it justice of explaining it very well, but you might want to wait and find out for yourself, too. There is a reason for it. The story's pretty cool so far. You think the fan base would be super confused if Mother Brain made an appearance in this game? I don't know. Need to look up extensive video for lore. Yeah! The biggest lore drop is right before your first soldier fight. Oh, I should have done that counter. And you kind of get confused because they try to tell you all this story and then you go right into the fight. The backgrounds have so much cool stuff in them, yeah. There's so much lore! I feel like we're just getting, like, bounced around. We're not really doing much here. Not much learning is going on in my brain. Currently playing on hard mode. These guys are hell. Scary voices, welcome in. Yeah, this is intense. It's just tough to get used to. I think with time, you learn their patterns pretty well, but it doesn't happen instantly. Feels like Smash, yeah. The concept art is so beautiful. The art book must be amazing, meme. Special edition in the books kind of tell you a bit about what's up. Nice. More lore. Lore. Shadier. I don't know if you're trying to ask a leading question when I just told you I didn't want any help. It seems like you might be. So, or I don't know if you have a genuine question about the difference between the two, but I don't know. They're different colors. I'm asking because I've never played this. I don't know what the difference between the two is. Chozo robots for Smash. It reminds me, what's the level in, the levels? There's multiple levels in Smash 64 where you just have a constant barrage of enemies. Subspace Emissary and Wii Smash Brothers Brawl is basically all Metroid. Nice. I think it's just two colors, yeah. I don't know. What if we go... Oh, this is a valve. Can we go through here? Maybe, but wouldn't that just take us in a big circle? And we went through this hallway and we got stopped by the orange block. The good cop, bad cop? Yeah. Tell them apart so you can keep track of which one damaging. True, yeah. Fighting Polygon Team, yes. Oh my gosh. Figure out a consistent strategy is 80% of the battle. Having godlike reflexes is rarely necessary once you've mastered patience and enemies' moveset. Yes. Basically obligated to not say anything or answer any questions for Jen's sake. Yeah. Thanks, meme. You get it. You all know how stubborn I am. Not everyone likes that and they just want to explore. I think you have to be in the right mindset for it too. And for streaming it's difficult because sometimes it's difficult for me sometimes because if you're feeling like you're gonna be sitting in a room doing a battle for a while, you're like, I don't know if I'm in the mood for that today, for doing that in front of people today. If we're just gonna be sitting here for a while learning, trying to learn. One enjoys long walks on the beach and the other hates sand because of course it gets everywhere. 0. Luckily, I will say I got through this pretty decently quick to not have people give me tips or hints. Oh, nice. Don't even offer life hacks. I will offer my snark since Jen knows I don't own a Switch. Thanks, Magus. Thank you, Lack Lemon. I appreciate that. Is it a spoiler to say this game has a final boss? No, that's not a spoiler. I've heard about the final... I've heard the final boss is hard. That's all I know. And that people have been stuck on it for a bit. Some people. That's what I like most out of this game, the boss fights. Very cool. Always glad to help, Magus. That's exactly what held up my progress in Prime. The boss battles were unexpectedly difficult, and you have to, like... I already said it. You have to switch your mindset. You have to go from exploring mode to fighting mode. Thank you for the When Jen gets frustrated, I feel happy when she manages to defeat a boss after learning the fights. Thanks, Jerry X. I do too. I feel sometimes, well, so far with this game, with Emmy, I've felt frustration after beating the Emmy, and then after that, relief. But the immediate, like, after boss emotion is, thank God, it's over. I feel like we have a decent enough, like, not strategy. I don't know. So our strategy for the single soldier was this circle thing that I'm doing, right? Just keep moving, keep running around. And then, oh dear. Do like one missile at a time. And it's just a long fight. And it's just annoyingly long. But I feel like that doesn't work here. There's so many platforms and so many places for them to go that you can't really get a good circle going with two of them. Your emotes remind me of Inside Out. Oh, that's cool. I'm glad. That's a good connection. Attack its vulnerable spot. It's a rock. Doesn't have any vulnerable spots. Oh, the living rock. Thardis, right? I hope everything's been good. Thank you, Meme. You too. Things have been pretty good. Things have been busy. And thank you for using that pally command for our mods. Could have accomplished the intention that players learn patterns if they tone down the damage. Wouldn't even have to nerf it much. Yeah. The last boss is a pain. I almost gave up finishing the game. Oh no. Did you ever stream Deltarune or Undertale? No, I can't. I've played Undertale before I ever started here. We're just having like chat time right now. Oops. No, cancel. Continue. But also we should find a hard save. I played Undertale ages ago off stream and did not get it. Could not figure out like the fact that you can do different branching paths. I thought you were just supposed to kill everything. And I did not get very far doing that. And I would never stream it. Maybe I'll play it off stream someday, but I like watching other people play that game more than I think I would like playing that game. With how much damage enemies do, it's basically throw yourself at the wall till you don't smash your head. Should try beating the game faster. Doubt I'll speedrun it. Yeah. Do we have a hard save nearby? I don't think we do. Like, all the way back here. Or here is probably... Yeah, that's where we came through this vertical thing pretty quickly. How did you not see me? That felt like cheating. Guessing movement is meant to be a large combat mechanic. To me, that makes most sense with Samus's speed. Emmy's so annoying. Yeah. Okay, cool. We have a hard save, which makes me feel better. Instead of getting that screen every time that's like, are you sure you don't want to continue? You're gonna lose all your progress.